Welcome to another Saturdays with Skywalker. May the Force be with you all. And let's see who will be the first to show up. The age-old question, will it be a troll? Well, yesterday, as I've mentioned in my posts a few times, I went to see the 20th anniversary re-release of Revenge of the Sith. I never saw it in the theater. I had seen the original trilogy in the theater, all of them, and I saw the last one of the sequels, but the other ones I never saw in the theater, only on DVD, so it was amazing to see it on the big screen. Hey, Martin. Oh, wait a minute. Hello there. Hey, Terry. Hello there. Hey, Josie. Hello there. Yeah, because that's what, when Obi-Wan dropped in behind General Grievous, that's what he said. Hello there. General Kenobi. Oh, I love that movie. No matter how many times I see it, when they execute Order 66, it's like, oh. And then the ending, too, that battle between Obi-Wan and Anakin. Oh, man. Oh, that's cool, Terry, that you saw Mel and Steve. Oh, wow. That's good. They do great stuff doing those vigils. But, yeah, went to the morning show. It was only $9.50, which isn't bad. That was a senior discount. Hi, Scatter. Hey, Phil. Hello there. Oh, did you hear me talking about going to see Revenge of the Sith yesterday for the first time on the big screen? I love the seats in the Cinemark theaters. You know, they can recline. Hi, Fur. Hello there. Hello there, Naresh Joker. Are you vegan, Naresh? I mean, I don't mind vegan curious people, but I don't like the trolls. You know, the anti-vegan trolls. I can't stand those. Or anybody who supports Trumpty Dumpty. Phil, that's funny. Oh my goodness, wow. I know. I never get tired of watching any of those movies, you know. And it's a shame that at first Hayden Christensen got so much hate for that character, but now people love him to pieces. Got a troll posing as me. What a asshole. Oh wow. I thought about bringing the lightsaber I made out of PVC pipe, but I better not. But there was a few people there. Yeah, I hate that, Terry, when these idiots, they're assholes that do that shit, you know? Yeah, pathetic. They are pathetic. They have no life. But there wasn't too many people that showed up for I went at 10:30 in the morning yesterday to the movie. And the friend that I went with, she never saw the prequels. She saw the original trilogy and the sequels, but never the prequels. Not as much of a Star Wars nerd as I am. Yeah, exactly. They feed the algorithm. I don't know who that is. I don't know if that's that little idiot Kane or somebody else that's being, that has no life. But I don't like it when somebody uses my name like that. That's true, Phil. It does help the algorithm. Yeah, I can't stand either one of those either, Terry. Oh yeah, nobody did that in the theater. There wasn't too many people, but I liked at the beginning when Hayden comes out to introduce the movie, and he says that line, "This is where the fun begins." But and the juxtaposition at the end with Padme giving birth to the twins, and then Vader getting that iconic suit and everything. He did everything. Oh, wait a minute. He did the wrong thing for the right reasons because he wanted to save Padme from dying. No, oh no, it was already on the film, the movie, before they showed the movie. It was like a thing that was added before they showed it. It would have been nice if he was there in person. I would love to meet Hayden because he seems like such a nice guy, really down to earth. I would have probably said, "Hey, Dad." Phil. It can be boring being an adult sometimes. That's why I may be considered a senior citizen, but I'm young at heart. Yeah, because he's like such down to earth type of person, and I like the fact that him and Ewan actually did their own lightsaber duels. They didn't want stunt doubles because they trained for months to do that. That's why that time I went to the Seymour Pumpkin Festival, not last year, but the year before, when there were some people from that were cosplaying as Vader and Luke and Rey, and there was a Wookiee there it wasn't Chewbacca, Boba Fett. I got hugged by Darth Vader that time because I mentioned my channel. I go by Cathy Skywalker, and I have a shirt with the first Death Star on it that says, "This is my happy place." I got hugged by my father. You could say. But last year they didn't show up. I was getting ready to say I wore the shirt. This is my happy place shirt, but there was nobody there last year. I was gonna say, "Hey, Dad," but it never happened. Yeah, I say I'm the third, the unknown third sibling. I could call myself Lucy Skywalker to go with the L theme, because my middle name is Lucille, after my mom. They had a couple of things there, like merch. There was a Darth Vader helmet cup with a thick straw, but they wanted $20 for it. It's like, no. The most I would have paid for something like that would be maybe $5, but not 20. Oh yeah, that's right, Terry. Yep, You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. I can't even talk straight. I'm still floating around in the galaxy far, far away. Yeah, they didn't know there was a third. There was Skywalker triplets. Oh, God. Oh, somebody had a short at another Cinemark. I don't know what state they were in, but they had the for $7.50 they had the plastic cups with the artwork for Revenge of the Sith around it. But at the theater I went to in Milford, Connecticut, in the mall, they have such comfortable seats. I wish I could bring one home with me because you can recline in them. They're so soft on your butt, so it doesn't hurt. But they only had the Vader cups, and then they had like the little blankets. I don't know what was on them because couldn't really tell. But they wanted $20 for each thing, and said like, nah, I didn't have that much money on me anyway. Well, Martin, they did. They in the movies they did. Remember, in A New Hope, when Aunt Beru was cooking something in the kitchen, and they were eating at the table, Aunt Beru, Uncle Owen, and Luke. And then you remember one of the sequels where Chewie was going to eat a porg, but the other ones were looking at him and made him feel guilty. And in The Phantom Menace, when they went back to where Annie and Shmi lived, they were eating. I could be everybody's sister. I think, remember, if you've seen The Phantom Menace, and Jar Jar tried to grab an apple with that long tongue, like it looked like an anteater tongue, and Qui-Gon slapped him. Yeah, people did eat. Oh. But you ever notice they don't show people going to the restroom? Oh my goodness. And it seems like in almost every movie, somebody says, more than one person says, that other iconic line, I have a bad feeling about this. Yeah, inevitably the subject will turn to food here. I'm thinking about baking something because I got a lot of oatmeal. I got a couple of bananas that are really ripe. I could bake something like some oatmeal bars or something and put some apricot jam on top of them, or do something. Oh wow, Phil, I don't have TV. I have a TV, but I don't have cable or anything. Oh wow, that's which show was that, I wonder? Yeah, Martin, I'm being a naughty girl. You know what? Instead of OnlyFans, I should start an Only Food channel. Excuse me. Oh. Oh wow. I'm surprised they show that. Because none of the movies ever showed anything even near that, someone being essayed. Yeah, I'm going to start an Only Food channel. Because I wouldn't do OnlyFans. The only fan I got is the window fans. Exactly, Terry. I'm surprised too. By the way, everybody, I've known Phil for quite a while now. Been on his channel. Remember the time I was on one of your live streams? Okay, drive safely. I'm glad you were here. May the force be with you. Yeah, remember, Phil, that time we were cracking up on your live stream? I'll never forget that. That was hilarious. Oh, I see, Phil. Oh. General food torture. Yeah. Yep. Bye, sister, for sister. Oh, yeah. We always had a blast on your show. It was funny. I still wonder, I still hope that Eamon Fate's okay. I don't remember what we were laughing about, but it was funny. We did have a lot of fun. That's what I like to, it's good to have a sense of humor. Yeah, I miss him too, because like I remember one of the comments he made on my channel, I think it was, or his channel, I forgot whose it was on. He said I deserve the name Skywalker more than Rey. Well, I've been there from the beginning. I guess it's because I'm tired. I got some luggage under my eyes. Oh boy. Yeah, I think I'm also channeling my late brother's sense of humor. Yeah, it's good to be silly and laugh and do. That's why, yeah, that's why I like to have my channel be a chill place for, people to come here and hang out, have some fun, and also impart some vegan knowledge. If anybody has any questions about veganism, I am willing to answer them. And I don't want to talk about politics too much because it makes me sick to my stomach. So this is a place to come and have fun and discuss veganism. Like, this is World Lab Animal Week, and animals don't deserve that. They're physiologically different than us. Exactly, Terry. That's why I go to a therapist, and I don't go back to her until May 27th. But the thing of it is, she told me the last time I saw her that she's not vegan and she won't ever be vegan. And I was like, she says she respects my beliefs and everything, but she won't be vegan. Yeah, I know, Phil. It's tough, but especially when this country's going down the toilet. We're becoming a fascist country, and it's horrible what's going on. That's why I've attended a few rallies, like Tesla takedown, and then a couple of hands-off rallies. Exactly, Terry, because it's unavoidable in this country when they want to take away our rights and arrest people off the street for no reason, defunding the Department of Education and disrespecting veterans big time. I'm glad my dad's not around. He would have been over 100 years old, but as I've mentioned before, he was a gunnery sergeant in the Army in World War II. And he fought against fascism. Oh, thank you, iPhone second channel. Well, thank you, Josie. I try to, yeah, like Sky says, it's not good to worship any politicians, you know. And the same thing in this country for the most part. Well, like our local state rep, she's not a politician. She calls herself a public servant, and that's what she is because she works for the people. Yeah, it's corruption is rampant. It's just like you can make some correlations between what's going on in reality to what goes on in the Star Wars universe. You know, like in the Revenge of the Sith, when Chancellor Palpatine let the dark side take over, he got ugly. He was ugly. But with this therapist, I don't know. She seems nice enough otherwise. It's just that she won't be vegan. And I even gave her a vegan starter kit that I got from PETA that I still have some left over. I mean, it's the kindest choice if people really care about animals and also the environment and their health secondary. That's what I try to tell people, you know, it's like these animals are forcibly bred into existence and their lives are so vastly short. Those animals people eat are just babies. The pigs and chickens and turkeys, because cows can live into their 20s, as I've said before. But in the dairy industry, maybe 4 or 5 years tops. So I just try to tell people the truth, and they can take it, you know, maybe plant the seeds of change. They think about who they're eating, because there's vegan alternatives for everything, and I'm not just talking about food, because veganism is not a diet, as we vegans already know. It's a belief that animals are not here for us to use and abuse in any way, whether it's for food, clothing, experiments. They're not lab tools, they're not slaves, they're not entertainment. But sadly, some people are stubborn, like my therapist. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'll make that the last time I go to her, because it kind of helps to talk to somebody about my anxiety because of the situation here since Trumpty Dumpty took office. But maybe I'll just end it. I don't know. See, it's good to have diversions like music. I like all kinds of music, and going to see Revenge of the Sith for the first time on the big screen. That was a lot of fun. And then reading, doing other things, like sometimes when I'm in the mood for painting. I haven't felt like painting in a while. But those are good diversions because you need to do something to take a little vacation from anxiety. Like me doing those crazy things on the shorts with the bubble face effect. Oh my God, I got another one. I'm thinking about posting. I did another one where I sped it up. And I was saying something about there's dandelions in the backyard. I'll go eat some. Because I sometimes I kind of look like Sid the Sloth from Ice Age. Exactly, Martin. Yeah, Josie, it's sad because nobody I know, none of my friends are vegan. There is one that's sort of, you know, I've talked to her about it. And she says that when she does eat meat, it bothers her stomach a lot. Well, I told her you're not supposed to be eating someone's flesh. That's probably why. So she's I won't say plant-based altogether, because sometimes she does buy mac and cheese and stuff. But I've told her about the dairy industry. I've told her about gelatin too, because she's mentioned Jello or something. But see, she's a person that she pretty much lives in her van, and she has issues getting food. I try to help her out by giving her non-animal related food, like canned veggies and oatmeal and stuff like that. Hello there, Philip. Good morning. Yeah, exactly. Like, because like vegetarians think it's okay to eat eggs and or dairy products, and when you tell them what happens, it's like they don't believe it. They think it's okay to eat cage-free, free-range eggs, whatever. Those are lies, because the chickens may not be in cages, but they're still crammed in a shed, thousands in a shed, and it's horrible. Because forcing chickens to lay eggs more than nature intended is cruel, because it would be like one of us women having our periods every day, 24/7, 365. That's what I heard. I read or heard somewhere. That's exactly what it'd be like. And that would be awful on the poor. And by laying so many eggs, it depletes calcium from their bones, because before I became fully vegan, I used to notice like sometimes the chicken leg would have a broken bone, and that's from the lack of calcium. And then when they grab them out of the cages by their legs or wings, they break the bones. Exactly. It's a marketing ploy just to try to assuage people's consciousness or something, that what they're buying is okay, but it's not. No way is that okay. Because then there's a certain time of the year where they make the chickens force molt by turning off. I think is it turning off the lights in the sheds or putting them on 24/7 or whatever to make them force molt, and then they go into laying even more eggs. But we got to keep on keeping on for the animals. They need our voices. And if what we say here changes somebody's mind, that'd be great. Because, like I say, there's plant-based alternatives to all kinds of food. Like dairy products, for example. Anything you can imagine, there's a plant-based version. Butter, cheese, ice cream, yogurt, even sour cream, cream cheese. There's all vegan alternatives, and they're good. If you like pizza, you can get it with vegan cheese, and it melts just as good as regular. And I like to use just egg for my omelets, and I also like a tofu scramble. Here I am talking about food again. Yeah, I like the Daiya pizza. It's so good. Yeah, pizza does taste good with just sauce and veggies on it too. I've had it like that, like with mushrooms, because I like mushrooms and olives and like maybe eggplant or something on it, garlic or onion. Next month, yeah, a mushroom, like the portobello caps, they make a good burger alternative too. And I used to stuff mushroom caps too with some plant-based butter and breadcrumbs and a little lemon juice, and I put some shredded plant-based cheese on top. Yeah, Josie, if I can avoid it, I don't want to be around people eating dead animals either. I can't stand the smell. Hello there, Lizzie. General Kenobi here. Like, someone that's a longtime family friend. I've known her since she was 17. It's funny, she thought she was older than me. I said, no, I'm 7 years older than you. But she called me yesterday when I was coming home from the movie because I found a couple of voice messages because I always shut my phone off in the movie, or I turn the ringer down, the volume down and everything, because that's not polite for people to be on their phones at the movie. So anyway, she was at my brother's grave yesterday in a different town, and because when we buried his ashes there between our parents, she had bought a couple of frog figurines, and they were still there, and that's been a little over 3 years now. And then she said there was a bouquet of flowers, and I said I didn't leave them because I can't get there, because as you know, I don't have a car, and to go by bus would be kind of a pain in the ass. I'd have to go with somebody, but that's the only way I could get there. And she said the frogs were still there, so nobody bothered them. And it's kind of funny, from a certain point of view, because when my brother was a teenager, he worked at that cemetery, like to help, maintenance. And now he's there with our parents. But and she says, well, I'll have to come pick you up. She goes, I have vegan options at the house because they live in another town, East Haven, which is even further away than Hamden is from where I am now. But sure, she may have vegan options, but the other people might not be eating that. The other members of her family might not be eating plant-based. So I don't know. When I can avoid it, that's why I'd rather stay home and eat. Or if I go out to eat, I go out to eat by myself. So even if it's a place that has both, other non-vegan and vegan options, at least I'm eating by myself. There's a smell, and I hate the idea too of summer coming with people barbecuing around here. In the past, I could smell the stench of cooking flesh, and it was like, ugh. You're shattered, Lizzie? What happened? I gotta get a drink. I've got this, I got this at a thrift store. It's a Star Wars cup with, all the different characters, mainly from the original trilogy, I think, are on it. It's got one of these things on the top. That's why I didn't, even if I had the $20 yesterday, I wouldn't have bought the plastic cup because I have enough things to drink out of around the house. Oh, excuse me. Today it was raining overnight, quite a lot from what I could hear. And rainy days, and now it's not raining now, but it makes me sleepy. Oh wow, Lizzie, I hope you feel better. Yeah, hope you get well soon. Yeah, have a cup of tea or something. Nice hot cup of tea. Uh, let's see. I don't know what else to talk about. I've already talked about Revenge of the Sith. Going to see it. Oh, good. Well, it would leave you exhausted, leave you tired. Enjoy your cup of tea. I might have one later myself. It's kind of a tea day because it's damp and a little chilly. Not too chilly, but my garden got well watered with the rain. I'm looking forward to when things start growing, the tomatoes and the beans and the peas, and hopefully the spinach and the radishes and the cilantro. I'm glad you're here too, Lizzie. Yeah, I have all kinds of tea in my cabinet. All kinds of herbal teas. I got plain black tea from the food pantry the other day, or last week. Is this one? This is not going to be a short one like last week was an hour and a half because I went to a rally, hands off rally. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, it's funny. I get all kinds of tea. It's like I like to try different ones. Like I like chamomile and peppermint. Hi, Navia. All right, or I should say hello there. Well, I'm glad you stopped by and have a good visit with your sister. Oh, mm. Man. I'll try not to fall asleep here, Anya. It's one of those sleepy days here. Good day to have a cup of tea and listen to some soft jazz or some classical or something. I don't know. I've got so many CDs. Hello there, PJ. I'm doing my Obi-Wan impression. Hello there. I'm kind of a semi-sleepy peepee. Peep, I should say. A semi-sleepy vegan peep. Oh, oh, excuse me. I should do ASMR. Just sit here and yawn. Make people sleepy. Because yawning is so contagious. I might infect everybody here. Why does it seem like I look like I have chipmunk cheeks? They say the camera adds 10 pounds. Where's Jackie? Where's Jackie Boyle? I'm here with my nice nostrils. My lovely nostrils. The British are coming. The British are coming. uh, not PJ. Oh, I'm gonna post that other draft I did of that using that face bubble face effect where it looks like my nose gets bigger, and it's another one that I sped up. Yeah, where's Jackie? Like I say on Sky's channel, Jackie brings the money and I bring the funny. I like nuts and seeds, so maybe I am a chipmunk. I don't know why. My face looks bigger on camera than when I look in the mirror. I don't know why that is. In my eyes. People think I look sleepy. Well, I got sleepy resting face instead of bitchy resting face. I can't help it. That's how my eyes are. Exactly. Yeah, you don't call Scots or Irish British either. Well, I got in my background, I got Irish and British English, as well as German on my mom's side. German and English on my mom's side, and Irish, as far as I know, as far as on my dad's side. Well, I live in New England. Ha ha. In one of the states in New England. And there's a town or city called New London here in New Britain. This eye annoys me because it leaks. Yeah, that's good. Anybody from any country's welcome here anyway, as you all know. Because we're all vegans and that's what counts. Wherever in the world we are. I wish I could, if I had the money, I'd go somewhere else. And I mean some other country. Or maybe move to California. Because if California secedes and becomes its own country, that would be funny. But I can't move anywhere else because can't afford it. Can't save money and pay the rent at the same time. Well, I could save money a little each month, but then how long would that take? And then you need money. It'd be too much of a hassle trying to go live somewhere else. Is like I said, on my mom's side, her mother came from Germany when my grandmother was a baby, and then my mom's maiden name was Dorman, and I think that's pretty much an English name. If anybody could tell me, because I think it is. And then on my dad's side, because I gotta tell you, it may shock you, but my last name really isn't Skywalker. It's actually Andrews. No relation to Julie Andrews. But on my dad's side, there was someone with the last name of Reed. I think my paternal grandmother, her maiden name was Reed. I don't know. I'm a mutt anyway. I'm just a mutt. There might be other stuff in my background because my oldest brother had been doing a family tree several years ago, but then he stopped. So I don't know. Whatever. I just say Irish, German, and English, leave it at that. There's a Plymouth, Massachusetts. I think there might be a Plymouth, Connecticut too, and somewhere. Yes, Terry, I've always lived here. Yep. I lived for 47 years in Hamden, then lived in Bridgeport for about a year, and now I'm in Derby since November 29th, 2011. So it's going on 14 years. I've lived in Derby, but grew up in Hamden. I had a good childhood, no abuse of any kind at all. And then of course my dad died when I was going on 10. But I had a good childhood. Yeah, we'd go. We never went on family vacations, but Sundays we'd go on a mystery drive somewhere. It was fun. And Saturday mornings I go to the Peabody Museum in New Haven with my dad. We went to Sturbridge Village when I was a kid. We weren't one of those people that had a summer house somewhere, didn't have money like that. I had a nice swing set in the backyard when I was a kid with the swing and then the thing that goes, two people can sit on it, it goes back and forth. And my dad had put up a pool. Even though I didn't know how to swim, I used those floaty devices, the rings. And I just like to get in there and float in the ring and just kick around the pool. It was, refreshing in the summer. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, PJ. Wow, that is 8.5. Yeah, because my dad, that's why I don't like the 4th of July, because my dad had the heart attack on the 4th in 1972, and he died 2 days later at the VA hospital in West Haven. And I know it's tough when you lose parents at any age like that, especially when you're basically a kid still. And my mom never remarried, I'm glad that was her choice not to do that. But I've never been out of the country. The only other state I've been to is Maine because my mom had relatives up there. Of course, we drove through Massachusetts and the little bit of New Hampshire into Maine. They lived about halfway up near the coast. Not by the coast, but a little inland. I'm sorry about that, Terry, that you never knew your dad. I mean, like the other day at my therapy, my therapist was asking about my brother that passed away. I said, yeah, I still miss him. It's been over 3 years, but we were best friends as well as brother and sister. We have the same sense of humor. Um, I wasn't really as close to my oldest brother because he lives in New Hampshire now. Hebron. Oh, jeez. Notification. I should turn that down, sound down, I guess. You probably hear it on your end. Um, I wish everybody who lost a dad or a mom at a young age, I wish they could have lived, all of them could have lived longer to see you grow up and everything. But things happen. That's why I try to, keep up with different things health wise. Because I don't think it's too much information if I tell you I had my mammogram the other day and everything was perfect. So that's a relief. Not that I had any concerns in that area, but it's good to know. I'm sorry to hear that, Martin. It's like it's tough when you lose them no matter how old you are. It's good. I think it's even good for men because men have mammary glands. If to get a mammogram too. I think. I mean, I don't know if they do that, but it's good for women to do that every year. I hadn't had one in a couple years. I'm sorry to hear that, Terry. Hello there, Fly. Glad you showed up. Oh, I'm glad you're back home, Fur. You could say Fly is in the house. Yeah, hugs to everybody that had tough times. That's why I like this channel to be supportive. I'm glad my mom didn't choose because if my mom had ever chosen to remarry, because she never dated anybody after my dad died. But you never know what you're gonna get with a step parent or what have you. Hugs to everybody in the chat. Hugs. You just had that one troll before, and that's good. I guess they got the picture. Drinking some water. I didn't finish my coffee this morning. I drank about half of it. I started watching Prison Break season 4. That was such a great show. Yeah, it was somebody using my name, Fly. I just removed them. Pathetic little Numquats. Yeah, mine's downstairs. I'm upstairs. The rest of my coffee's downstairs. I had cinnamon raisin bread toasted for breakfast. I'm sorry to hear that, Lizzie. Yeah, because I got the Stop and Shop, one of the store chains in this country, at least around here. Their brand of cinnamon raisin bread has quite a few raisins in it. Plus, there's no dairy. Because I was looking at some of them. Some of the raisin bread has dairy in it. I was like, what the hell? Why do they need to put dairy in there? And because that's why I became more of a label reader. Can't talk. I know, it's crazy. I don't know why they need. And just like I used to like salt and vinegar, as the British would call them, crisps. They have dairy in them too. I'm like, what? So I used to like them, but I stopped eating them quite a while back. I try not to eat too many potato chips, but when I do, I like either classic ones or the barbecue ones. I don't understand why putting, yeah. Why would they need to put cow secretions in freaking bread? Yeah, kettle chips are good. Fly. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that, PJ. Yeah, they're hypocrites then. If they claim to love animals, but if they still eat them, that's a hypocrite. Oh, the Walkers, like the cookies, you mean? Terry, are you talking about crisps or cookies or what? Crisps. We don't have Walkers here. We have Utz and Lay's and Cape Cod does good kettle chips. Oh, I see. Yeah, I know it's funny how we call potato chips chips, but in England, chips are fries. I know. Oh, I never heard of sour stripes. It's funny then, potato chips are crisps. And I think cookies are called biscuits in England. That's funny. Sometimes I like to get fries, but it's not that healthy. Once in a while as a treat I'll get french fries, but um try not to eat them too often. I don't have an air fryer because I try not to eat too, but I have a plantain that I want to peel and cut up and fry and have it for supper sometime with a vegetable because that would be my starchy carb. I'm sorry to hear that, PJ. That's okay, PJ. It's all right. You can say whatever you want here. And Fly, it's all right to have some French fries once in a while. Well, that sounds tasty, Terry. Here we're talking about food. Haha. The only food, only foods channel. Now you got me thinking about French fries or chips. But I don't know what I'm going to have for lunch later. Maybe just a good old peanut butter and jam sandwich. Oh, I still have a sweet potato I need to bake. I like to put garlic in it. I never had vegan buffalo wings either. Yeah, because see, here, it's a little after 11 a.m. here in Connecticut, on the East Coast. It's 11:02. That's funny, Martin and Lizzie. I didn't know buffaloes could fly. I think that originated in Buffalo, New York. You're all ahead of me in time wise. Yeah, I think some idiot got the idea of calling them buffalo wings because it's Buffalo, New York, is where it originated. Hi, Brian. Hello there. I'm doing good. Oh, where? You're behind me? uh, I always have a fun time here with my VFFs. PJ. Yeah, Shitler's still a Shitler. It's always fun on here. Oh. Pardon my yawning again. Oh, that's right. Fly, you're on the West Coast. So 3 hours behind. If you hear any traffic noises, that's because I have my window open with the fans in it. Well, at least you tried, Fur. You'll get better at it over time. Yeah, if you keep at it, when you feel comfortable. And that's great. Oh. Yeah, like I said before, this weather is good sleepy weather. It's rained before earlier. It's overcast. Oh, that's great, Brian. I look forward to seeing those. Yeah. Oh, that does sound good, Lizzie. Yeah, exactly. Good luck, Brian, with that, because it's disgusting what they do to animals in labs. No matter if it's product testing or vivisection or psychological torture, like ripping baby monkeys away from their moms and mentally torturing them. It's horrible. That's why many years ago I became a lifetime member of the American Anti-Vivisection Society. It only costs like $50 to become a lifetime member way back when. I think I joined them before I joined PETA. And they used to have this magazine, and one time, I think it was back in 1991, a poem I wrote was published in there. One of my favorite songs is by Nina Hagen and Lena Lovitch. They did that "Don't Kill the Animals." Yeah, I think it's World Day for Animals in Labs. I think it's a week-long thing, if I'm not mistaken. And I hope they pass that Cargo Act so they don't send money overseas from here overseas to for torture. But no matter where the lab's located, we do horrible things to animals in this country for sure. Because it doesn't benefit humans. How much? I mean, really, a lot of those experiments are redundant. They just keep wanting to get the grant money, get more money to torture more animals when it doesn't show anything. Well, there's no proof that it helps people. Like they purposely breed golden retrievers to have muscular dystrophy, I think it is. And they're so they can't even eat good. They give them like this gruel to eat, and it's horrible. The poor dogs. And then what they do to beagles. Any animal, no animal deserves to be tortured in a lab. Oh my God, that's awful, Lizzie. Uh, oh boy. You know, it's like, yeah, beagles are. 'Cause they're such friendly dogs. They'll be wagging their tail when they see their torturer because they're just so friendly. I mean, like, just one example, in this country, they do the forced swim test with mice because there's no way they can get out of the tube they're in. They're swimming around the water till they get exhausted and probably drown. And now PETA, the first case they won was a Silver Springs monkey case way back when, because they've been around since 1980. Because they were doing stuff to monkeys, you know, rhesus monkeys, and some of them got so stressed and psychologically tortured that they would bite their own limbs and pull out their fur. Yeah, beagles are, I mean, among other things, beagles are adorable. Because years ago, when I volunteered at an animal shelter, a couple of times I walked a beagle. They're such friendly little little beings. I mean, if forcing dogs, again, beagles are used, and monkeys to inhale cigarette smoke is so stupid because they're not going to do that on their own. How does that do anything for people that smoke? People just need to quit smoking. And like, you know, kids don't need to dissect frogs or worms or anybody else when they have alternatives, cruelty-free alternatives. For example, rats don't have gallbladders, but we do. Their physiology, most of the animals' physiologies are different than ours. Like they used to, Ford Motor Company, I think, and others probably did it too, used to use pigs and other animals in crash tests. I remember one older video, undercover video PETA did in a lab. They were doing something to a monkey, and you hear one of the torturers saying, "Let's hope PETA doesn't get a hold of this." And they were mocking the animals too. A lot of them mock them. And like with the monkeys too, they'll put them in a little tiny cage and scare them with rubber snakes and spiders because they're afraid of those. Because the way they take them away from their mothers, they sedate the mother. And I remember one video seeing the baby monkey trying to wake up his or her mom, and she was unresponsive because I think she was sedated, just so they could steal him or her from her to torment. Yeah. And like there was the famous case that I found out through PETA many years ago, a little monkey named Britches. They sewed his eyes shut. Now what the hell does that, how does that help people that are blind? Like again with the golden retrievers being bred to have muscular dystrophy, that doesn't help people that get it for whatever reason, whether it's hereditary or whatnot. That doesn't help people. Forcibly breeding those dogs to have it, how does that help people? It's disgusting. You know, I read this book many years ago called Slaughter of the Innocent. It was about animals used in labs, and you know, vivisection has been going on for practically centuries. You know, what I read some in that book. There's a lot of horror things that are true. Like, oh my god, how can they do those things? Some people are evil. Like one of a shirt I have from PETA from I got it a long time ago. It has a monkey and some kind of a restraining device, and it says, "Imagine having your body left to science while you're still in it." I used to have a poster like that uh, in my where I lived in Hamden. I think back then I was focused more on vivisection than I was about, you know, animals forcibly bred into existence for quote unquote food. I think that was my main thing. I was like focused on that one issue more so. Hi, veganic tomato. Hello there. Yeah, they should test it on people instead of shaving the fur off of a rabbit or a guinea pig and putting stuff on their bare skin, and it gets all red. And it's horrible. Hello there. My General Kenobi impression, such it is as it is. Um, and the reason why rabbits are used in product testing is because when they put like no tear shampoo in eyes, how ironic. Because rabbits don't have tear ducts, so they can't wash the out of their eye with tears. Because like if we get something in our eye, whether it's like a little piece of sand or something, usually your tear ducts get into action to try to get it out. Or like if you get uh, anything in your eye like that, like a liquid. See, rabbits can't cry. Not when stuff is put into their eyes. Yes, we do, Lizzie. That's what I look for in different things like household products, like and toothpaste and shampoo and such. I always look for that leaping bunny, and I look at the ingredients too and make sure there's nothing animal derived. Because some of the stuff I noticed, like, it even says PETA approved on it. Like, I get the Hello brand in this country has mouthwash and toothpaste and deodorant and such. And that's what I get because there's no alcohol in the mouthwash. Some of them do, like Listerine. I think Listerine is probably tested on animals. And one of my non-vegan friends buys Listerine that has alcohol in it. It's like I always make a comment like, at least I only get stuff that's not tested on animals or something, but it goes in one ear and out the other. I know it should be. I mean, because it's cruelty free, meaning not tested on animals, but sometimes there are animal products like lanolin is derived from sheep's wool, and collagen, unless it's vegan collagen. There's different things you got to look out for, and I think red dye something that comes from crushed beetles, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, exactly. So it can't be cruelty free if it contains animal products. That's a mislabeling. It's like when I buy makeup, I make sure it's both those things. Yeah, because some of the stuff in food products that's red, they use some kind. I forgot what kind of beetles they are that they crush for it. That's disgusting. It's good to avoid stuff like that when possible, you know. Excuse me. Oh, that's right, red 40. Thank you, PJ. That's a good idea, Brian. Oh, that's good, Lizzie. I think there's Body Shop here in the States. I'm not sure. Oh boy, gotta switch hands. Holding the phone in my right hand too long. It's good to share information and pass on stuff like that. So, you know, always learning about different things like that. Oh, I see, Lizzie. Yeah, I should get a tripod. Instead of writer's cramp, it's phone cramp. Ah. Oh, here's me again. Ah. I don't know if I'm causing anybody else to yawn out there. Haha. Oh. Yeah, I'd have to I would check like a Goodwill or something here or some thrift store, a thrift shop. Charity shop as I know they're called over in England. Oh, his tripod broke. Oh. Some of the pharmacies are closing, you know, like CVS. I think, or is it CVS and Walgreens are closing some of their stores. Not that I care. And there's like a store called Big Lots in this country. It's just like a department store. They get a lot of stuff. Some of it's like might be cheaper than other places. I don't know, but they closed them all, and that's where one of my friends worked. Now she's trying to find another job, and it looks like nobody wants to hire her because she's older. She's going to be 70 this year. Oh, so that's why it's good to buy not much way in the way of processed foods because you don't know what some of the stuff that's in it. I usually say if I can't pronounce the ingredient or don't know what it is, I won't buy it. Like I stopped using the sugar-free syrup like for my waffles because it's not even natural and I can't have maple syrup because it's too sweet being diabetic. That's the kind of bugs, Terry. Yeah. Yep, that was the name of it. I was trying to remember what they were called. Oh, that's great for just call you that for short. Um, let's see. Yeah, oh, as I was saying about the maple syrup, too much sugar in it because being diabetic. So I just have waffles. I get the vegan ones, the Vans brand. In this country, I don't know if they're elsewhere, but because there's no dairy or eggs in them. And a serving size is two waffles. So what I do is toast them up, and sometimes I'll put a little bit of peanut butter too. And then I get a ripe banana and smush it between them. Um, I'm not sure. I'd have to look at something. I don't know if I've ever seen E numbers here. So like I for breakfast on Wednesdays now I have waffles. Waffles on Wednesday. Well, that's good for, you know, yeah, get them to look into it and help do something about it. Another thing I've seen them do, like to cats, they put that implant on their head. They screw this thing like a, I don't know, something to do with their brains, but it's these researchers that have no brains, no heart. Yeah, peanut butter. Yeah, I love peanut butter. Sometimes I just eat it right out of the jar. Sometimes I put peanut butter and chocolate hummus along with the bananas in between, make a like a waffle sandwich, so to speak. Tastes so good. Chocolate hummus is good. Exactly, Terry. Oh, wow. PJ. Oh, wow. I have to look at. Sometimes I like a diet Dr. Pepper. Martin, what is? I've heard of Marmite. What is it exactly? I've heard of it. Oh, I'm gonna have to check the label on the diet Dr. Pepper and see if. Oh, that's what Marmite is. Yeast extract. I've heard of it. Yeah, we're on the subject of food again. Haha. And of course, I've heard of Vegemite is Australian, like that song by Men at Work Down Under. Somehow she made me a Vegemite sandwich. Oh. Oh yeah, Unilever, they do testing. Lizzie. Yeah, if you can't beat them, join them, right? Join in the food torture. The more the merrier. Woo! Yeehaw! Martin. I think it's raining again here. Yeah, it's funny. That's what I said. If you can't beat them, join them. PJ. Oh. I like coffee and tea both. Sometimes I usually have coffee in the morning and then tea later on. Lizzie, we're making you hungry, huh? I'm starting to get a little bit hungry myself. Well, I make my own hot chocolate too with the Hershey's unsweetened cocoa powder. And I add some kind of, plant-based coffee creamer to it. I have no leftovers here. I don't know what I'm going to make for my supper later. I have stuff here, but sometimes it's like, I don't even know what the hell I want. I ate all my beastie burgers. They're made of seitan. But I do have falafel. I had some falafel last night. And oh, next month I want to make some vegan lasagna because I got the noodles, I've got sauce, I've got the beefless crumbles. I just need to get some plant-based shredded moots to go on it with it. Yeah, poor Martin. Hugs for Martin. Yeah, yeah. Where's Artorias? Tofu is good. Tempeh, I've had tempeh. Yeah. Um, hugs for poor Martin. Yeah, I want to make lasagna, but I gotta wait till the 1st is when my SNAP food benefits card fills up. And I'm gonna get some shredded moots to make the lasagna. Um, Oh, you're leaving, Josie? Well, I'm glad you showed up. Bye, Josie. May the force be with you. Glad you were here. Have a vegan-tastic day or night, whatever, wherever you are, whatever time it is. But bye. Yeah. Yeah, he's usually Artorias is usually in other vegan channels and stuff. That's okay, Lizzie. I have sometimes I type too fast and I make typos. Yeah, this is Food Torture Club. Okay, PJ. Have fun cooking and eating. Glad you were here. It's always fun. Old chipmunk cheeks here. May the force be with you. Chipmunk cheeks. You got nice nostrils and chipmunk cheeks. Oh, excuse me. I may take a nap later. Keep yawning. Yeah, for lunch I'll probably have a peanut butter and jam sandwich with either a cup of tea or soy milk to wash it down, or oat milk, whatever I got in the fridge. I even have a carton. It's one that doesn't need to be refrigerated before you open it. A flaxseed milk. I haven't tried it yet. I was like keeping it in case of an emergency situation. Your survivors? Oh, I don't know. The yawning's only gonna get worse. But I will post that other funny thing I did. For Lizzie, making you hungry, huh? Oh, they must be sweet. Chickens are adorable and intelligent and funny sometimes. I think it was on the Dodo channel. Somebody has a rooster companion. He does a little dance at her feet. I don't know if it's a mating dance or not, but it's adorable. What the little rooster does. I want to cuddle a chicken someday. Have one or two sit on my lap so I can cuddle them. I want to give a pig a belly rub. I need to go to a farm sanctuary, but I gotta get a ride to one of them. There is a convenience store right across the street from me, down a little bit, but they sell food. But sometimes I get French fries from them because they're the thicker ones. I also like to dip my chips, I should call them, in barbecue sauce too. Yeah, there's some in Connecticut, but they're far away. They're too far from where I live. I would need a ride. I don't have a car. I would need a ride to there, but I would love to volunteer at a sanctuary. I wish there was one that was close by that I could get to either, but there isn't, not by foot or even by bus. I need to get a ride. That's funny. I've heard of those kind of sandwiches. Never tried one myself. That's that's funny. Oh, thank you for commentary. Glad to see. Always glad to have you in the chat. And you have a vegan-tastic day and night, whatever. And may the force be with you. I always like seeing all blue in the chat, but it would be nice if somebody actually came on here to ask questions about veganism so we can educate them. But it's all good. You know, just VFFs hanging out, having a laugh, or 3 or 20. You know, one thing you gotta watch out being around certain vegetables, because potatoes have eyes, corn has ears. Well, you're welcome, Fly. Bye, Fly. You have a great day and may the force be with you. Yeah, potatoes with their eyes and corn has ears and I've encountered a tomato or two in the past that looked like it had a nose. Yep. I used to tell my brother, my late brother, you be eating some Fritos. I say, you don't need any help. You're corny enough. Cornier than a Fritos factory. Yeah, there's no help for me. Just have to accept it that Chipmunk Cheeks is crazy. Oh, God, wait till you see that my next short that I'm going to post after this stream. Another funny one. Like I said, I sped it up. I noticed that Vegan Postmortem is streaming for that's yeah, New Hope. Oh, I loved it when Leia called Han, "Why you stuck up, scruffy looking, half witted nerf herder?" And then he goes, "Who's scruffy looking?" Oh, well. Yeah, sometimes I go on her stream, but then sometimes I'm on there for a while and then I have to leave because some of the people on there, holy crap. Like I would say before, it makes my brain want to crawl out of my skull. Well, you know what? I'm getting hungry myself. I might just end this pretty soon and go have stuff a peanut butter and jam sandwich in my pie hole. I think I may do some baking today too, like I mentioned. I've got oatmeal, I've got ripe bananas, I got applesauce. I use the bananas and applesauce for like an egg substitute. I could come up with something. Yeah, I would if I had. I have to get some chips. Yeah, I made myself hungry for. The only way I could do that, Lizzie, I'd have to go get some French fries, but it's like a small order is like 3 something, and I'm kind of on the broke side. Don't have too much left. I'm broke and it ain't no joke. And maybe I would have to buy some, from the store, some chips to have a chip buddy. Yeah, I don't know if I made anybody yawn either because of me yawning, how contagious it is. You know who looks cute when they yawn? Well, most animals do, but rabbits. Bunnies look cute when they yawn. Oh my God. Just talking about yawning and I yawn. That's what happens. The power of suggestion or whatever. Martin. Yeah, because next Saturday is the 3rd. May 3rd already. Because usually my disability Social Security check comes on the 3rd, but if the 3rd falls on the weekend, I get it Friday. So next Friday, I'll get my check. So the 1st is grocery shopping day. Friday, I'll be going to the bank to get the rent out and pay my electric bill. I can pay it at the store at customer service. And get some things too on the 2nd that I need. Peanut butter is so good. I have a lot of it here. Like I mentioned, I like to eat it out of the jar because it's only me eating it, so it doesn't matter. I eat a few spoonfuls. It tastes so good. And peanut butter goes good with bananas. Bananas. Yeah, bananas have a lot of appeal. So do oranges. Mangoes too. Yeah, when I go downstairs in a bit, I'm going to get the stuff out to bake something, make some kind of a dessert, like a treat for myself. Throw some wheat germ in there too. Oh, that's cool. Veganic tomato. Yeah, I've got stuff to make a smoothie with. Is that like cleanse you out with the green smoothies? Hmm. I love this weather. We need the rain though, which is good. What what do you put in your green smoothie? Oh, next Sunday is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. But it's also free comic book day. So I'll probably go get, if I have to go myself, I'll go to New Haven because there's an alternate universe comic book store there. It's smaller than the one in another um, part of Milford called Devon. That's bigger, but I think I'm going to go through the ones that I've gotten in the past and maybe donate some to the Vietnam vets when I make another donation to them. But some of them I'll keep, like any related to Star Wars or The Walking Dead or whatever, because it's already printed on the cover. It says free right on it, so you know which ones they have on display. Not really a big comic book reader, but hey, they're free. And they're interesting too. I mean, nothing against comic books. I need to go through my clothes again and books and donate, make another donation. Well, that sounds good though. Veganic tomato. Yeah, all those other things would drown out the kale taste because kale is good, but It does, sometimes it does have a little bitterness to it. Depends on how you cook it, I guess. But yeah. Hemp, I don't have any hemp hearts or mango. I'll have to try that sometime. Oh boy. It's going on almost 2 hours. I think I'm going to end this at the 2 hour mark or so because I'm hungry. Yeah, I think you have to put something when you're cooking the kale to take the bitterness out. I forgot whether it's baking, a little pinch of baking soda. Yeah, fruit smoothies are good. I like strawberry, banana, and pineapple ones. Or, anything with any kind of fruit. There's this place called Common Grounds. It's not just a coffee shop. They also have tea and they also have smoothies. I've had the berry ones. They're really good. They're purple. Speaking of purple, I'm feeling a little purple today. Yeah, but if I had a lightsaber, I would want it to be purple, like Mace Windu's. Bye, Fur. You're welcome. Oh, I've got a new person here. Are you vegan? Is it? Purple's their can't beagle color. Oh, I like all different colors. Not so fond of orange for obvious reasons. Haha. If you know, you know. But I'm partial to purple. I also like various shades of blue. Sky blue, sapphire blue, green, different colored greens. Basically the cool colors, purple, blue, and green are the cool colors. But I do like yellow. Yellow is so cheerful. Now it makes me want to try a chip buddy. Well, next week I will when I have the money. I have more money, I should say. I'll get some French fries from the convenience store nearby. Do you toast the bread or leave it untoasted for a chip buddy? I think I've seen those. Oh, I'm doing fine. To the new Pama? Yeah, Trumpty Dumpty or Shitler. He's an orange clown, among other things. That's why I say I'm not fond of orange. Yeah, because he must use the spray stuff, spray tan. He looks orange. And with that weird white hair, he looks like a freaking big fat creamsicle or something. Orange and white. And like when he had that physical recently, he does not weigh 224 pounds. Maybe his loaded diaper weighs that much, but not him. Yeah. A big fat one. And he had a diaper king. Nobody wants to change that diaper. That's why he looks grumpy. Grumpy Trumpty Dumpty. Nobody wants to change that diaper. They need a freaking hazmat suit to go near them. And all the crap that comes out of his mouth, too, because I try not to look at his face because it makes me want to lose everything I ever ate in my entire life. But his mouth looks like like his rectum. Because all that comes out of it is bullshit. Oh, I know, that's gross, Lizzie. I don't even think she wants anything to do with him anymore, because, I mean, how many times has he cheated on his wives and whoever? He's paid off hookers. Like that Stormy Daniels. Who the hell would want to go near that? Someone would have to be either super desperate or want money. And then the stuff he says about his own daughter before, a few years back, it's gross. A father does not say those things about his own daughter. Well, on that disgusting note, I think I am going to end this for this week. I thank everybody for coming. It's always great having the VFFs here. And it was great having my buddy Phil here too. And well, may the force be with you all. And I'm going to sign off. Thank you again for being here. I appreciate you and love you, you wonderful vegan people. Yeah, yeah, I'll be on Ethical Underground. I'll be watching. I'll be in the chat. So see you all there. Enjoy your buddies. Bye, everybody. Have a vegan-tastic day or night. And like I said, may the force be with you. Oh, yeah, and always remember, let the Wookiee win. Very good advice. So, until next week, toodles. Over and out.